or their forehead is buried down, I can't get underneath the chin. Those are a lot of what-if situations, and there are different things that you're doing. Just like if you guys learn an armbar from the mat, you don't necessarily have to set it up the same way every single time. You know, there's different ways of setting things up. So as you guys get more proficient at this setup, you're going to see different alternatives. I'm going to show you some different alternatives real quick on just that variation, then we'll go into the next move. So Rich is here. We open this up. I get the arm across the way everything's supposed to be, but I got, like I said, really short, stubby arms, or you're in a situation where your elbow doesn't really bend. Like I won't do this on the other side because my elbow doesn't bend. So, so your alternative is control the posture here and feed it across here. As I do this, hit your hip out to the side and then switch the grip just like this. Okay, guys? So that's an alternative. Also, another thing that some of you guys have been experiencing, that he buries his head down to prevent this. Lift the forehead, you can do it like that, or if you're ready, we're in this situation here, you can lift and grind his face a little bit and then come inside. All right, you don't have, this is jiu-jitsu, it's not judo. Okay, so no offense against your judo players, but you can put your forearm and your hand across their face in jiu-jitsu. All right, guys. So if he's buried down like that, you can just grind right there. And like I was saying earlier, if it still ends up in a situation where you're like this, it's okay. I end up having a nice sweep out of it. All right, by the pressure of the head being pushed around. All right. Now, here's some other options here. You say, for instance, this does open up, and I'm coming across like this, but he's able to get this elbow out, or there's no way I can get this over the shoulder here. So from here, just go right up the middle. Lock it up just like this. All right, and anybody has seen this choke in the past, what they immediately do is that they bury their head down to avoid the posture. Is the posture real quick? Those of you who have not seen the video, take this and shove it right there for the choke. Okay? So you can look at it online. It's called the Joker choke. All right, guys. So once again, right here, and we call it the Joker choke because of this nice smiley face here and this frown here. Okay? So it's at somebody else's expense. It's a joke to me. It's not to him. All right. So I feed it up here like that, and if he postures up, I go right up the middle, grabbing whatever material I can, and I shove it through his throat underneath my wrist. Now, like I said, some people have seen this video in the past, so what he'll do, he'll dive down like this. He doesn't want to posture. He's going to be struggling to try to get his head out and free of this grip. All right, before he does all this, I'm going to dive the same exact way that I did for the first initial one. All right, the only difference is that we don't have the arm isolated anymore. It is right up the middle. We have the Joker choke, smiley face. Everything's set up just as such, okay? Now, I'm going to dive for the same underhook that we had earlier. Now, as I dive underneath the underhook, I'm going to grab more material and pull it up and make that small little adjustment. From here, underhook side, spread the chicken, get your hips out. Now my elbow goes to the mat. Okay? If he doesn't tap from this, stretch, control his gi, and now pull. Okay? And advanced guys, you can always go to here, you can slide your legs out, you can always go into different combinations, but we're just working the choke today. All right, so I'm here, and once again, I just pull down, elbow towards the sternum or towards the chest like we did the first choke. Okay, if he has this hand underneath my armpit, like this, I can still come in, lock it up for the choke. So here we go again. Open up the lapel, comes up the middle, and we're going to work two chokes here, guys. Number one, he postures up. Boom. He's not too smart. Right there. There's that choke. Number two, he buries his head down to me. So I'm going to get this hand inside his armpit. In some cases, pop that knee up, and then get your hand underneath the armpit. So if you're here, pop it up, like you're setting up a kimura or omoplata, got the hand here. Now, spread the chicken, make that adjustment, feed more material. The more material, the better, because it's cutting off this carotid artery, and it brings this arm closer to the other carotid artery. So as I close the distance here, there's my choke. As I push my hips towards him and stretch him out a little bit. If you need more adjustment, grab the gi, spread out, knee in the rib cage, and pull. Good? Questions?